Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and with me in studio today is Kim from Germany. Now, I'm going to bring her in, and she is going to tell her story of the time she spent in Barbados, especially the last part of her stay, and how she was injured, probably assaulted, badly assaulted. But I'm going to let Kim, she is with her mom and she's with her dad for support, but I'm going to let Kim tell her story. Kim, welcome into the studio.
Hi, Jerry.
Hi.
How
Hi.
you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yes, I probably just start right away. Um, so basically, I was living in Barbados for nearly 2 years. I'm half Trinidadian, so that's where the connection is coming from to the Caribbean itself. And Barbados is not like an unknown place for me. Like I have a lot of friends there that I know for more than a decade. And I just decided to go to Barbados in 2023 in January and extended my stay. I was like here and there. I was off the island, back home, and then basically this year I I was just about to get my second nationality to apply for my Trinidadian passport because I decided like, hey, I'm gonna stay here. It's so beautiful, um, and things just turned from absolute paradise into biggest nightmare. Um, on the 1st of September this year, I was nearly killed by two men that I know, and was attacked by them.
Do you want to call their names?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Just for investigations already. Um, I'm not gonna put out any names because, like, one person who is involved, who after the assault happened, stole all my belongings when I was already back home in Germany. A person I trusted, and I just figured out, like, by coincidence, literally. And yeah, that person I named on social media, and he's currently on the run. Um, I don't know, honestly. I have no clue if police even is looking for him because for the Barbadian right, I have no right, literally, to do any report because I'm
So
overseas.
when you talk about investigations, who's doing the investigating?
Well, so the day I was beaten up by these two men, I ended up in the police station in Oystens, and I was, you cannot even say welcomed by Officer King. The police didn't really take care of me, like they didn't care at all, and I was staying there for like 6 hours. I got half glass of water, and that's it. And then they brought me, like a friend of mine actually brought me to Queen Elizabeth Hospital, where I was again not helped. I stayed there for 15 hours. I got like 2 Panadol, and that's it. And afterwards, when I was already back in Germany, of course I did like reach out to the police in Barbados. Of course I did everything I can. I reached out to embassy, and I tried to reach out to the consulate. Funny ways, the German consulate in Barbados took down the page. I never got a message back from the embassy for Germany in Brussels and in London.
Wait. So,
That
wait. So
yeah,
there's a German consulate in Barbados,
yes, there is,
and
and only
you contacted them.
I tried to
Mm-hmm.
contact them. You can find that as well in my Instagram story.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like that, the website is not found. You know, like it says 404 page not found
Yes, but okay.
for the
Was there
consulate. Like, how is that possible?
but was there any time that you could get in contact with them, and then afterwards you could not? Oh,
Before
I
I was
see.
already in contact with the consulate before,
Okay.
like before all this happened, because I had questions like what I can do for my living status, you know, like work wise, etc., etc. So
Okay.
I was always like here and there in contact with embassy or with consulate, just trying to figure out what's the best way for me to live in Barbados, because I'm a sports physiotherapist technically. That's what I learned here in Germany.
Right.
So, and there it was never a problem. They always reach back in time. Like, Jesus Christ, I think when I wrote a message, like an email to the embassy in Brussels and in London, the first time that I got the first time I reached out was probably now 2 months ago. So in 2 months, I haven't heard anything back. And previously, when I reached out to them, they answered like within 48 hours,
right,
latest, right? So when it comes down to work questions or whatever, they're super fast. But when it comes down to something really severe, you don't get an answer, and you don't get it. Like, everything is trying to be covered up as well. I think when you look into the stats of Barbados crime that happens to foreigners, is really, really low, because like most likely it's covered up.
Yes.
Or like the Barbadian law, as in my case, for example, and in many other cases, is saying directly, you are not allowed to do a report when you are not physically there. So the only other option you have, get a notary, get an attorney in Barbados, and then one in your home country that's gonna, try to figure out what's going on, and then the one in Barbados can represent you.
Right.
Obviously, that's a question of money.
Yes.
So most people cannot afford that. I cannot afford that. Of course not. Like, so it's basically the country is willingly silencing victims, and I don't want to be victimized. That's something that I figured out for myself. It's terrible. When you call yourself a victim, it's just making trauma bigger. But Barbados is doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
So that's the entire problem, I think. And in my case, like it's really, really severe what happened. I mean, at the end of it, I just figured out, like, I'm going, step by step. I'm going into how you say, to doctor appointments, etc. And we figure out more and more injuries. So like 2 weeks ago, I was at the dentist, and they figured out that my entire jaw is broken. It's still like dislocated.
Right.
I had fractured skull. I had inner bleedings. Like, just things that you cannot imagine, and you should not imagine. Most likely, luckily, most people never have to go through such an experience.
Yeah.
And when you go through that, then obviously you want help. It's in most human sense, I think, that we are actually trying to help a person in that need. And in my case, I was just like denied, police denied me to call my family.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about that. I was not allowed to call my parents.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that possible?
Right. So the two guys who assaulted you, who hurt you as badly as they did, you did tell the police their name, right, in Barbados?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of course. Okay. Of course, everything I did, I did literally, I tried to move every possible stone, to get me hurt.
Right. So the next question.
I went to the police here in Germany too, and nothing happens.
Yeah, but the next question would be why? Why did it happen?
That's a good question. I'm still trying to figure out, I know just parts of it, what happened is quite blurry at some points, just because, like, I think with brain as well is, blocking out certain things. But I know these two men who did that, and it was just like a normal night in my favorite bar in the south. And we were all like, when I say we are all like friends of mine, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just having a good time. And I went every morning. I went swimming in Barbados
Mm-hmm.
every single morning, and I wanted to go swimming at Pebbles Beach because there's the horses,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there's pictures existing where I'm riding on
Let's go
horseback
back.
riding,
Let's
you
go
know.
back. Let's go
Yeah,
back to the beating. Usually in Barbados, you they will try to violate you, or if it's just a beating, it may be someone sent them to do it. So did they try to violate you, or was it just a beating?
well, that's a part that I don't fully remember.
Mm.
I remember that, like, from one of the guys, the phone was ringing, and so, like, he took the phone, and I don't know who he was talking to. And then next thing is that I remember, like, um, I was lifted above the head, you know, like a wrestler move, and
Mm-hmm.
then with full power, um, like thrown on the ground. It
Oh.
was like in their apartment, because like from the beach, we like one of them was like, "Oh, should we not go to my place?" And we're all like, "Yes, of course, why not?" Right? Like, we
Mm-hmm.
know each other, of
Right.
course. It's nothing wrong with that. And I remember, like, all of a sudden, everybody was gone. I don't know where they went, and I had no alarm signs going on, because like I know them, right?
Okay, let me
We
ask the
were all good
question.
friends
Let
the
me
whole
ask the
time.
question in a little different way. You
Yeah,
said you went to the doctor and you have some injuries.
yeah.
My question straight out now, were you RAPED? Because this is strange. I don't think.
I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know.
oh,
I
okay.
can't tell you. I can't tell you. I was the gynecologist 2 weeks ago,
Uh huh.
and that lady was not really helpful.
Okay.
Um, so I went to the doctor again today,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still waiting
Okay.
for results. Yeah.
Okay. So you're not sure about that, but you
No,
were.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I literally, I don't know. I know that, like, I was beaten and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and they put me in their car, but like before they put me in their car, there is like some minutes missing. I have no clue what happened. I don't know if that happened.
So were
I
drugs
don't.
involved? Were drugs involved? Do you think? Do you think you could have
I,
consumed something?
I don't know.
Okay. And I
Yeah.
just want everyone to know that they weren't your boyfriend. Okay, none of them were your
No, no,
boyfriend,
no, no,
right?
no,
I think we should get that out
no,
there, right?
no, absolutely not. None
Right,
of them. I was as always single as single.
right.
I used to have two boyfriends in Barbados. Mm, yeah, but yeah. At
Okay,
that time, absolutely not seeing anyone, no nothing.
okay. And you still cannot put the pieces together as to why they will hurt you.
Nah, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Okay.
And that's it's the most hurtful thing, when you don't exactly know why things are happening, why they are going on as they are, or where going on as they were going on. This is terrible.
But
You know?
since the police in Barbados know who
Yeah.
these people are, what do you have to physically go back to Barbados and have them brought in? Is that how it's?
Technically, that is what Barbados wants from me.
Oh,
I am so scared that I'm definitely not gonna go there again.
mm-hmm.
That is not planned at
Right.
all.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Like,
I understand for
yeah,
sure.
you don't want to go to a country that where you nearly get killed,
Oh,
right?
I understand very, very. I mean, personally, from a personal standpoint, I do understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I know as well, like, it would be the right thing to do, but there's other ways as well.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be different ways, like how to solve this, and
Mm-hmm.
that, like, these men will be found, and you know that there's gonna be a trial.
But if there's no
Um,
trial, I mean, there's a statute of limitation. If there's no trial, how
yeah,
would you expose? You need to have it. It has to be exposed, and women need to know that
absolutely,
these
absolutely,
men can be very violent. You know, it needs to be known.
absolutely. Yes, yes, more than like you can imagine is a daily topic in Barbados. That's what I figured out afterwards, especially because I decided to go out public with it
Yeah,
as well, because like my things were stolen afterwards, right? And
yeah,
I found my things at Facebook Marketplace. Like, how sorry to say, but how fucked up is that?
yeah,
Like, so with going public with this topic, a lot of other humans reach out and were like, this happened to me, or I heard about like this person, and I got like linked up with people, and I got a lot of stories that are absolutely terrifying and absolutely horrible, and because Barbados is silencing these humans, there is no statistics existing.
yeah. It's a very secretive nation, very very secretive.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what is
It is
your
so glamorous and everything, right? And
yeah?
obviously Barbados lives off tourism, so it cannot be
But
connected to anything.
what is your deadline in terms of naming names? What is your deadline? Because, like I said, if the police don't bring them in, and if you are not
Yeah,
there, and if you cannot hire an attorney to do it, I don't know,
yeah.
I don't know, what is your deadline in
I
terms of
don't
naming
have a
names?
deadline as such. That is something like I'm gonna decide looking forward for the next few weeks how they're going. So what I'm doing is fundraising. I start doing fundraisings as well. Next week I'm flying to a city in the south to do an interview again with a German national radio slash TV, and they have fundraisers organized,
Right.
so that I can actually at one point, get attorneys,
Yeah, but don't
but
be
as well
surprised. Don't be
find an attorney that is for human rights.
Yeah, but don't be surprised if these guys who hurt you get promoted, because that's what happens. The worst of people in Barbados, you think that you have so much like information on them, and you think you can like probably like give them a little hurt by exposing them. Then next you hear they've been promoted. They're the president of this thing, or they're the CEO of this thing, or they're the chairman of. So
Absolutely,
don't be
absolutely.
surprised. Don't be surprised if they get promoted. You know,
Yeah, no,
even
I know.
okay,
It's a massive problem in Barbados. Again, like, it is a completely broken
yeah,
infrastructure
yeah,
at the end, and it's basically making people who suffer more,
yeah.
and people who are like cruel enough and evil enough to make these people suffer. That's
They
those
get
people who are
rewarded. They're
crazy.
rewarded.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
yeah,
rewarded.
yeah. So, but I know as well, like, how Barbados, especially this year, it's insane how much like the violence increased, how many shootings are in Barbados, how much self-justice is going on because there's so much injustice.
Yes.
So I'm not saying that I want to protect like those people who did that to me, but as well, they're human beings, right? Like, as well, it doesn't work with like, I'm just gonna tell the names and the next morning you hear in the news they got shooted. That's absolutely wrong.
Right.
So that's why I'm trying to like not protect, but at least keep them alive, so
Right.
that there can be a trial.
Right.
And what's happening then, that is like on law system.
Yeah.
Law system,
Yeah. Yeah.
how it works. Because that's technically why every country has this form for. Should be used.
What forum?
Law.
Okay.
Law.
Okay.
The court, like, why do we have that if we don't use it?
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's meant for the poor though. The only ones who go to jail are the poor and downtrodden. Yeah, people,
Yeah,
other people seem to always survive it for some reason. They
yeah,
seem to be able to
yeah.
survive
And
it.
I'm a bit scared, honestly, that this is gonna be the case, similar,
Hmm.
because like these men who did that they're quite well known,
Hmm.
you know. They're quite like one that's really big in the music industry. So yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so is there anything else you want to add?
Not really. I don't know.
So
No.
are you in any pain because of the
Yeah, I am. Especially today, actually, is what I experience a lot. I mean, obviously Germany is cold, right? So it's winter season here, and the colder it gets, the more stiff I am, and the more trouble I have walking.
Mhm.
Um, as well, like I experience when I do too much, when I'm really stressed or really exhausted, I have problems finding words or I have a really washy speech. Um, and I'm constantly having headaches. Like there's not one single second that I can remember since then without a headache.
Right.
So my jaw hurts. It hurts when I'm eating. It always hurts.
Hmm.
It's like it never stops hurting.
Yeah, constant reminder, constant. Yeah, so when you get right, when you haven't done it as yet, but believe you me, you will. You're gonna have a deadline. You're gonna have to come to terms with it as to what is happening in Barbados on the ground there, and you may have to like call their names and send me their photos. Just prepare yourself for that eventuality because, like you said, if they're well known and they have some money and parents and that kind of stuff, yeah, it may not work out in your favor.
I know. I know. That's why I'm trying to do what I'm doing. I'm doing like a lot of awareness work, a lot of
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
whatever I can do, prevention wise,
Yes.
and as well as rehabilitation work.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope when you're ready to call their names, you'll call me to give me their names. I hope when you're ready to send their photos out, you'll call me. Even if you put it up on your Facebook page, let me know. Hey,
Yeah.
go on my Facebook page and see what I have up there. At least let me know so that I can,
Yeah.
put it out there so that people are aware.
Yeah. I know. I know. We'll see how it goes in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a lot right now. It's healing, healing, healing.
Yeah, but you're
So
young. You're young, so
yeah.
yeah, you're gonna heal. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. You'll pull through. Justice is the only thing that you have to. If you want to use the word worry, but the only thing you have to think about is the justice of the whole thing. But in terms of
Absolutely.
yeah, in terms of your body, I'm sure you're going to pull through.
Yeah, it's like it's insane actually. Like, on every doctor is telling me at the time, every therapist is telling me like it doesn't make sense that I'm alive because like the injuries that I suffered from or I still suffer from technically you cannot survive. And I was just like I was just somehow going through that. I was
So they were bent on killing you. Then do you believe that?
yeah. Well, if they wanted to kill me, they would have killed me.
Hmm.
That's what I think. If you want to kill someone, you kill that person.
Mm.
You don't stop.
Okay.
You don't stop. And they had every chance to kill me. Every single chance. But they decided to put me in their car. That's when the moment when I thought I'm never going to see my family again.
Mm-hmm.
But they brought me back to the freaking bar from the night before. And it's Hang Ten bar.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So there's a lot of like what I think now, a lot of sketchy people going around, and like I told you that my things were stolen,
Yes.
right? And that bar did take a surfboard of mine as a like bar tab
Yeah.
to pay.
Right.
How can you pay a bar tab worth $600 with a freaking surfboard.
Yeah, but
Just
that's
think about that.
normal.
It's ironic in itself.
Yeah, it's normal. Stealing and that kind of stuff, lying and deceiving and betrayals. It's just like breathing.
Yeah.
It's like breathing
So,
in Barbados.
absolutely. So the question as well is, how much does this bar have to do with this? What happened? Because like, the bar, they were there that day when they brought me there, and they didn't help me at all. They didn't help. You know, I was bleeding. I was shaking. I couldn't speak. I couldn't freaking speak. And they did not help. I took a ZR to the police station. A ZR. Just think about that.
I just can't understand why they hurt you, and why what was the purpose? Because if someone didn't send them, that means that they personally had something against you, and then you knew them, but you don't know of them because you said you had no warning.
Yeah.
You didn't have any omen. You didn't have any bad vibes. So
Yeah.
what could it have been? What could it have been?
Like, the thing is, what I realized when I was about to leave the island, so my parents organized that for me, that my ex-boyfriend was supposed to take over my belongings,
Mm-hmm.
and take care of them. And the day of the flight, I took a flight on the 3rd of September. I got like the paper from a registration officer, and he had that prepared. It is dated on the 24th of August. My name was already printed on it. How did he know about that? Like, how is that possible?
So you're saying that paperwork was already prepared before you were even ready to leave Barbados? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Okay.
It's just a couple of days before I was beaten up.
Oh, okay.
Just a couple of days before
Right.
that.
Right.
So I
Maybe they wanted you. Maybe they just want you off the island. You overstayed your welcome.
I don't know if that is like even close to that. I think more that I was with the wrong person.
Okay. You mean friends or
Because,
boyfriend?
like,
Friends or
because, like,
boyfriend? Friends or
months before,
okay.
yeah, months before when there was the breakup, like the breakup itself, it was okay. It was not something bad, But a friend of mine reached out, who is like the best friend of my ex-boyfriend. He was like, Kim, you should be careful. Like, don't talk about the breakup. He could kill you, blah, blah. Absolutely crazy things. So I was like, that's not true.
Right.
Impossible. Like, not that person.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Why
Yeah.
even? What for?
Right.
Right? Apparently, he did beat up his ex-wife.
Allegedly.
Yeah, so that's a rumor. I don't know if that's true. I was not there. It's not my case, right? But I can just tell you from my case, and that is where, after I was told that, a couple months afterwards, I nearly got killed.
Mm-hmm.
And he has that paper for prepared. So
yeah, maybe they just want you off the island.
Yeah, maybe that, or I mean, as well, Barbadians and Trinidadians, there's always like this thing going on that I don't understand. That's probably something that has to do with history.
You mean slavery? But go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, that I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I had the impression that Barbadians are not really happy about Trinidadians.
Well, they're not happy about anyone being on the island. They're not happy with the Guyanese. They're not happy with the Jamaicans. They're not happy with the Americans. They just want the money. They just want the money and have you go. Leave your money and you go.
Yeah, exactly. So that's maybe as well what I experienced on top,
Right. But so Where do you go from here? Because it's going into half an hour. Where do you go from here? You're not going back to Barbados.
No.
You're doing fundraisers.
Yeah.
You're doing fundraisers for what purpose? To get money to hire attorneys?
One of that is hiring attorneys as well, like for my therapy costs because I'm going
Oh,
to osteopathy, etc. This is just like you pay that out of your pocket here in Germany.
okay.
Um, and then as well, I'm about like how you say founding a foundation.
Yeah,
You know
but
that stands for human rights, for female
yeah, but
rights.
money coming into something like that can take years for because
Yes,
people have to
I
trust
know.
you and people have to know what is really being used
Correct,
for.
correct,
So what you're talking
right.
about is down the pipeline. That's down the road. You're
Yeah.
kicking something really far down the
But
road.
for right now, I'm
But
just
as for
healing.
right now,
Right now, I'm just healing. I'm going slowly back into work life. I self-employed
so do you have a
myself.
GoFundMe? Is there in Germany? Do they have GoFundMes like how they have it?
Yes, they
Oh,
do.
they
They
do.
do. I actually started writing on it today.
Okay.
So because I just see like I can't like finance anymore. Like I
Yeah.
just see that my family is
Right.
suffering a lot.
So do you have that much of a following where that can be impactful?
How do you mean?
Do you have thousands of followers where if you put a
Um,
GoFundMe link that you can see something out of it?
I have a few over 1,000, but like I know a lot of good people, really good people who have like 30,000 and more, um, who are really close friends of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So who definitely would post that as
Yes,
well.
yes, yes.
Put it on the newspaper,
Right,
like
right,
things
right.
like that as
Okay.
well. I'm doing a benefits concert.
Okay, great. Great.
There is news involved as well. That's the reason why I'm flying down to the south next
Yes,
week,
yes.
you know, to bring more awareness. And I'm like, I'm the person that somehow, for me, it is the right way, and it's almost like a therapy form, I would call it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, doing something out of it,
Right.
and not just, you know, being
Right.
quiet.
Maybe you could write a little book. Maybe you could write a book and just put.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that one day.
Mm-hmm.
Because like talking about it and people are reaching out,
Yes.
I just see how many people actually suffer and are affected by something similar or worse.
Yeah.
And it's important that these people have a platform,
Exactly.
either to talk for themselves or someone is representing that in their
Right.
stories.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But definitely not that someone is ever going to be silenced again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
Good. That's great. That's great. So this is not the only time that we're going to talk. Hopefully that
Oh, for sure not.
yeah,
No,
we'll talk again.
definitely will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully you'll have more of your memory coming back, or maybe all the maybes in the world that are good,
Yeah,
or that are good, that are
everything in this world
yes,
is possible. It
yes,
just depends on
yes,
how you believe
yes, yes, yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So I don't give up. I keep on fighting.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you for calling me.
Yeah, thank you for
Hi, Mom.
for the
Hi,
time
hi,
as
hi,
well.
Dad. I know they're there somewhere.
Papa, Papa. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll keep in touch, okay? We will keep in contact, and you let me know how you're feeling, how you're healing, and what's going on in Barbados.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get someone to do it pro bono. I don't know, but
Yeah.
you know, you never know. You never know.
Exactly.
You have to keep on talking, though. You cannot stop. You cannot stop.
Yeah. Yeah. When you keep on talking, a lot of things are possible.
Yes, because it will reach someone. Someone will say, "Well, I didn't hear about
Yeah.
this 6 months ago," and I said, "Well, I had it up but they hear about it now." You know, so you have to keep up.
Correct.
Right, you have to keep at it.
Yeah. So I'm really grateful that you took your time.
Of course, of course. That's what I. It's what I do. It's what I do. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk soon. We'll talk soon. Have a great
For
evening.
sure.
Okay. Bye bye. Bye.
Yeah. Take care.
Okay. Bye bye.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.